Hey guys, welcome to 30 minutes of tone work. We have music back today because I did hear from someone and she said she preferred the music, and so I did find a good app that plays only royalty-free music, so you won't recognize the tunes, but at least they'll be there. We'll have the beat, we'll have kind of that driving rhythm hopefully. So maybe that's better for you, maybe you were okay with no music, but either way, it's here. Here's what we're doing today. We are going to do 3 rounds of resistance work. Each round we will do twice, and each round has 4 exercises in it, and we will do those for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And then between round 1 and round 2, after we've done 2 rounds of 1, we will take a longer break, then do round 2 times, take a longer break, round 3. All right, so we are getting right into it. We will start with that warm-up. Make sure you have weights. Maybe you want a second set just in case it gets too heavy. And let's get ready to go. All right, plant those feet right underneath your shoulders. Big inhale high. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck your hips underneath you. Big inhale high. Back bend. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Look up at the sky. Inhale high. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Roll up. Do it again. Big inhale up. Little back bend. Reach high. Forward fold. Just hang here. Walk both hands over to the left foot. Maybe you can get that hand back by the heel to get a nice deep twist here. And then other side, same thing. Bring it across. And then back to center, bend the knees. Roll all the way up. And let's do heel taps to the glute. Glutes. Sit glute. We're definitely doing both sides. Come on. Tap it back. Just kind of getting those hammies nice and warm. And then we're going to go into those hip openers, hip circles right here. Open up and open up. Belly button tight. Warming up those hips. Let's go 4 more times. Here's your 4, 3, 2. Squat it out. Toes point straight ahead. Reach back and up. Back and up. Nice and deep. Getting all those muscles warm. Down the front side of the legs. Down the back side of the legs. Keep the squat going. Reach the arms nice and long in front. Pull down by your hips. Long in front. Pull down. Chest stays lifted. Belly button is tight. Good. Just 2 more times here. We're going to go into a nice slow curtsy. Right leg goes back first. Bring it back. Tap the floor. And other side. Bring it back. Tap the floor. Other side. Let's keep going just like this. Nice and slow. We will be doing curtsies in the workout. Last one, other side. Swing the leg forward and back. So forward and back. Try to keep those hips nice and still. Chest stays lifted, maybe arms come out. Good, for 4. 3, if you need to check that balance, tap the floor. Last one, this side. Change legs, here we go. Woo. Quick change. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Belly button tight. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Take those feet wide and we lunge. Tap the floor. Tap the floor. Flat back. Other arm kind of reaches back. Just warming up through the back. Warming up through the waist. Getting that nice twist. Good. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it in, and let's go knee raises in front. All right, guys, here's how this is gonna work. 4 exercises. First exercise is legs. Second exercise is arms. Third exercise is we kind of put it together. Exercise, and 4th is core. Bring those arms down, guys. So it's not always gonna be just arms. It might be arms and legs in the arm exercise. There might be arms in the leg exercise. But you get what I'm saying. All right, guys, here's 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent job, guys. Grab your weights. First exercise, actually you only need 1 weight. We're gonna do a double squat. We're going to change hands in the middle, and then bring the feet together. So it looks like this. Weight is in my left hand. I'm gonna squat, squat, step together. Squat, change hands on that second pulse, step together, okay? So let's get ready. You've got 5 seconds, get that weight into your left hand, toes point straight ahead. Little pulse squat, change hands in the middle. Here we go. Squat, change hands, step together. Squat, change hands, step together. There's no rush. You've got 40 seconds here. Whether you do it fast or slow, it's the same amount of time. But remember, we're working on that resistance. So your heart rate is gonna get up simply because we're using really big muscles. We're using the whole body, belly button pulled in tight. Don't let that belly hang down. You got it for 15 more seconds, guys. Woo. Nice job. Almost there. 5 seconds. All right, grab your other weight. We are going to go into single arm weights, single arm flies. Sorry, my wind blew over and blew my timer over. I didn't know what was going on. All right, one arm at a time, single arm flies, just like this for the back, okay? Belly button in tight, get ready. 3, 2, 1, bend the knees. Here we go. One arm. Now, if you're using light weights, you can do both arms at the same time. I went a little bit heavy today. There's no way I can do both arms at the same time and keep my form. Remember, you've got that flat back, so I'm not here. Flat back, and then I can also always choose to take one leg back. And if you do that, you'll just switch legs the next time through. Belly button tight. Come on. Exhale. 10 seconds, guys. Exhale on the lift. Inhale down. Exhale on the lift. Inhale down. You got it. No weights. Come on down. Here's what's happening. We are going to do a come down to the ground, chest to floor. When I get down here, I'm going to reach, then bring them back, press up, half burpee into that squat. Okay, so working the back and the legs in this one. We go in 2, in 1. Here we go. Down to the floor, reach it forward, reach it back, hit the floor, raise it up, half burpee, and back. Down, forward, back, and reach. Keep it going, guys. I'm moving my water. You guys keep going. Remember, when you come down, I want you to try to move that body in as much of a straight line as possible. And remember that you can also choose to walk in. You don't have to hop. Come on. You got it, guys. We had 10 seconds. My timer keeps blowing over. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. All right, guys, take a breather. Let me show you what's coming up next. We're just gonna do a plank with a pass. You've done this before. Keep that weight slightly behind your hands. Hips stay square. We pull it through. Remember, we don't roll, we just pull, okay? Whew, breathe. Get ready, come up on those toes. Here we go. Pass. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit of back into this, when you got to the side, you can do a row. So you just kind of feel like having a little more back in this move. You can do it. That's up to you, or you can just stay the pass through. Our focus here is core on this exercise, core. Keep going. Belly button is tight, 10 seconds. You guys got this, no rush. And bring it back. Great, guys, take a little breather, grasp with water. Going right back to those squats. I'm going to set myself up to hopefully not lose the timer again. All right, double squat with the hand pass in the middle. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, change, step it in. Squat, change, step it in. Squat, change, step it in. You got it, guys. Nice and deep. Weight is in the heels. Chest is lifted. You can also choose to do this with 2 weights if you don't like the hand switch. I'm okay with that. But I think the hand switch kind of adds a little bit of fun. Kind of gets that brain working. So it's not just sore muscles that burn that you have to focus on. Right? 10 seconds. 40 seconds sometimes goes by real fast. Other times, real slow. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, grab your weights. 20 seconds off. We're doing those rear flies. Breathe a second. So big muscles, guys. The back muscles are the biggest muscles in the body, or sorry, in the upper body. glutes are the biggest muscles in the body, followed by the quads. So you're working a lot of big muscles here. That's what's getting your heart rate up. Bend your knees, flat back. Let's go. One arm, then the other. Remember, you're keeping a slight bend in the arm. You don't want to try to lock out the elbow. And remember, you can do 2 arms at once if that feels good to you. Remember, you might have a different goal today than I do, or maybe a different goal today than you have on other days that we work. Maybe today you're struggling through this workout, you need to go a little bit lighter than you normally would. Maybe today you're feeling your Wheaties and you're like, I'm gonna crank it up, do heavier weight than I normally would. Whatever works. All right, guys, no weights. You've got that chest to floor. Reach, reach. Working the back, kind of lifting the chest off the floor. And then we've got the push up into the half burpee, all right? All right, guys, let's start in a plank so we have to lower our bodies down in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bring it down, reach, reach, up, and down. So you can do, if you need to think of this half burpee as a high 10, like you're giving somebody 10, totally do that. And remember, stepping forward and back totally works too. The hop does not have to be there if you don't feel comfortable with it. Remember to try to lower your body as 1 unit, right there. And you can also put those knees down to come up. I love that. All right, guys, rest. Plank pass is next. Plank pass is next with or without the row. And then we'll take a little longer break and head into round 2. All right, get that weight slightly behind your hands. Bring it down into your plank. You go in 2, in 1. Here we go. Nice wide stance, guys, with the feet. That's gonna help keep your hip bones stable. Keep them pointing down at the floor. We've talked about it before, about thinking about those hip bones as eyeballs, and then asking yourself, where are they looking? Are they looking straight down or not? Right? So with or without this row, up to you. You got it, guys, for 10 seconds. Come on, however you want to do it for these last 10. Then you get more of a rest while I show you what's next. Rest. All right, guys, coming up next, in the next round, we are going to do a 1-leg deadlift to a lunge. So I'm going to keep that weight in my right hand. My left leg is forward. My right foot is slightly back, so it looks like this. I'm going to go into a deadlift. So chest stays lifted, front leg stays strong and long, and then I'm just going to step back into a lunge. And I'd love for that back knee to tap the floor if you're ready for that. Okay? So we are going to go in 15 seconds. Grab a little water if you need it. Again, and from the side, I'm going to have about 20% of my weight on that back foot, 80% on the front. My back knee can bend. My front leg stays straight for the deadlift, okay? I'm going to stay facing sideways for this round. Shoulder blades back. Weight is in the right hand. Left leg forward. Let's go. Deadlift. Now bring it back. Tap that right knee to the mat if you can. Deadlift. Bring it back. Dig into that front heel to come out of that lunge. You got it. So I usually don't do deadlifts very much because they're so hard on my hamstrings. But I love this one-legged deadlift where I've got just 80% on that leg, about. And my other leg is there for support. We're almost there. We'll do the other side next time. All right, guys, grab your other weight. Next part, arms. We're gonna go into biceps curls, flip the hands over, upright row. Biceps curls, flip the hands over, upright row. Remember on that upright row, you lead with the elbow, okay? Palms face out, knees soft, hips touch. Here we go. Curl and down, up and down. Curl, so it's a quick switch of the wrist to get yourself into position. Try to keep those shoulders pulled down, away from your ears. Exhale, inhale, flip. Exhale, inhale, flip. Nice and controlled. Great upper body exercise. Knocking out the biceps and the shoulders at once. You've got 10 seconds left. All right, guys, this upright row is very similar to a snatch. Guess what's coming up? Put one weight down. I've got that weight, again, in my right hand, left foot forward. We're not doing the deadlift, but I am going to lunge back. As I step forward, I'm going to snatch it up, okay? So that means elbow comes high, I flip the weight up, and this back leg steps even with the other, okay? Here we go. Lunge it down, snatch, and back. Lunge it down, so you're really pushing into this front leg to come up. Letting the back leg kind of lighten itself. Make sure that you bring that weight down with control. Pull it up. You can even lower it just like that, bringing the weight all the way down, or the elbow all the way down by your ribs. That's kind of guaranteeing that it's nice and controlled. Come on. Other arm can be out for balance. Pull. Think about the legs being the real push behind that weight getting up. It's not about your arms as much. Last one. Rest. We'll do the other side next time we go through this. All right, guys. Your core exercise is a one weight twist. So I'm going to keep this leg in front. I'm going to take my right knee down to the floor. This weight is going to come to my right hip up to the sky, okay, on the other side. All right, let's go. Bring it to the hip and lift. So there's power in this, but it's not out of control. It's a twist and a lift. There is a swing, but I am not arching into my back. I am just twisting to bring that weight up. My hips are staying as square as possible toward the front. My back toe is tucked, so I've got my back toes rolled underneath me. They are not flat behind me. That's gonna help me balance. Come on, exhale, inhale, exhale, and done. Take a breather, guys. We go right back to that one leg deadlift and lunge. This time, that right leg is forward, left leg is back. I'm grabbing some water. You do the same. All right, guys, 3 seconds. Right leg forward, weight in the left hand. Here we go. Deadlift and lunge. Tap the floor if you can. Deadlift, so my right leg is staying straight. My left knee is bent, and I'm not really moving either knee. Once they're in that position, they stay there. There is a soft give in this front knee. It's definitely not pushed all the way back and locked out, but it is staying straight so that my glutes and my hammies are pulling me up, as well as the low back muscles. Stay with it. You've got 3 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second. Excellent job. Now we are going to go right into that biceps to upright row. Okay, so palms are going to face out. Actually, let's change it this time. Let's do hammer curl. Hammer curl into upright row, okay? So palms face in, knees are soft, hips tucked underneath you. Let's go. Hammer curl, palms face in, or face to you, and then upright row right here. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, pull, inhale, down. You got it. Nice and controlled. Think about that pull coming from the elbow being lifted. You don't want the wrist to feel like it's pushing. The wrist is basically hanging, and those elbows are being pulled up by a string. 10 seconds. Pull and down. Curl, pull and down. Curl, last one, pull. All right, one weight goes down. We've got that single leg lunge. So my weight is in my left hand, my right leg stays forward. We lunge and then we come up into that snatch. And again, elbow leads you up, okay? That's really key. If you can touch that back knee to the floor in the lunge, do it. If not, don't worry about it. Here we go. Lunge it down and snatch. I feel like I'm gonna hit that mirror, light. Step back a little bit just in case. I can't really gauge it from here. And down. Again, bringing that elbow to the body kind of guarantees control. I want you to think power gets that weight up. It's not your arm having to pull it. Power gets it up. You got it. This is really an explosive move. Snatches are explosive. So don't try to make it too slow, but I do want you to think about that form. You're almost there. 3 seconds and done. All right, guys, so now we're gonna go the other direction. So this knee is down, your left knee is down, right knee forward. We're gonna go to this hip and up over to the sky. All right? Hold the 2 ends of the weight. Tuck those toes underneath you. And let's go. So the foot is flexed, not pointed, if that makes sense. Got my toes rolled to be my little balance stopper. Again, guys, hip bones are trying to not twist with me. Trying to take this twist across the waist. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So, in case you're wondering, this is the only workout I'm gonna do today. I don't go do something extra unless it's to take my dogs on a walk, something like that. This is it for the day. This is enough for the day. And one more. Just as the yard group next door gets working. All right. Last round, guys. Whew, take a little breather here. We're gonna start with curtsies. 1 weight or 2, your choice. We are just gonna go on the right leg only. So left leg only. Your right knee is gonna come down, tap the floor if you can, and back up. I would love to see a knee thrust here, but if you need to tap, you tap. Let me crank our music a little bit. Over there, weed eaters. All right, friends. You have 10 seconds. Grab your weights. Left foot stays forward. Right knee goes back. Tap the floor or don't. 1 weight or 2. If you're having 1 weight, keep it in your left hand. Let's go. Down and thrust or tap. Down and thrust. So again, it's a matter of balance. If you see you tap that foot, go for it. Go for it. Try to keep those shoulders directly over the hips so you're not leaning back as you do that knee raise. Belly button is nice and tight. Good, halfway there, guys. Dig into that heel. You've got this. Really good for the outer glutes. Come on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yes. All right, guys. We are going into triceps work here with our thrust push-ups. Remember this one? Child's pose. Hands are narrow. Thrust and up. My elbows brush my body. Okay. Every time I go down, I'm going to come back into that child's pose. You ready? Here we go. Thrust up and back. If you want to, remember you can down dog the same thing. Up dog. And take it through just like that. But I want you to think about this thrust forward into that chaturanga position as being pretty quick. All right? Pull the belly button up to the spine. Got it. Come on, almost there, 10 seconds. Keep going. Stay on the toes if you're on the toes. Fight for it. Get on the toes. See if you can do a couple on the toes if you haven't tried. And rest. All right, guys. 1 weight. Going back to those curtsies. Left leg stays still. I'm going to bring my weight that is in my right hand back with me. I'm not going to touch the mat with the floor. The mat with the knee. And then into triceps, okay? How about those directions? Here we go, guys. Follow the right foot. Bring it up. And again, I want you to try to think about that power coming from the legs, not necessarily from the tiny arm muscles. And again, coming down, you can lower it and then swing. With those triceps, my elbow is right against my head, right? Totally just hit my knee, so watch out for that. Reach, up, down. Reach, up, you've got 5 seconds. Whew. Hope you're feeling that burn. All right, have a seat. All right, guys, 1 weight. We are going to go into a lats, reach, roll up. All right, just like that. Here we go. Come down. Bring it up. If you can tap the mat, great. Roll up. Reach overhead. If you want to do a little more triceps, there it is. Well, my triceps are already burning. I don't think I need this. Now that I've done one, I kind of like it. Remember, you still have another side to do. I want you to think, as you're doing this sit-up, squeeze the belly button down and slightly up, like you're trying to tuck it into your ribs. 10 seconds. Remember, you don't have to do those triceps. Right here. And rest. So, working the back side of the arm still into these, our wings behind our armpits and lats, as well as the triceps. So back side of the arm. All right, guys, come on back to the top. Curtsy, one weight or two. One weight or two. If you're holding one weight, you've got your right hand this time. Here we go. Knee to the floor if you can, and knee up thrust if you can, or tap, depending on what kind of balance you have working for you today. Remember, every day is different. Every day feels different. Your body feels different. Your body behaves differently. Sometimes I think I'm having a great day. I have lots of energy, and nothing seems to work right. I feel like a baby giraffe or something, like everything's out of control. You got it. Stay with it. One more. And up. Excellent job. All right. Into those thrust push-ups. Sorry. Thrust push-ups. 10 seconds. On your knees. Or your toes, if you feel like it. Hands narrow. Here we go. Fast. Slow down. Slow down. Fast. Slow down. Slow down. Really brush that body with those upper arms, those elbows. Squeeze. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. All right, guys. 15 seconds. Let's try it on our toes. If you're not doing it, try. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. Probably feels faster than it looks. Last one. All right. One weight. One weight. Left hand. So it's going to follow my left leg up and into those that triceps extension. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Curtsy. Don't worry about touching the back knee to the mat. Swing it up, but think about getting that swing power from this right leg. Hit my leg again. This exercise is really designed for kettlebells, which makes it a little bit easier to not hit yourself just by the design. But that's okay. What are a couple bruises? Come on. Stay with it. Nice. All right, guys. Put it down. Or actually, you need one. Lat pull. This is your last exercise. Lat pull. Sit up with or without the triceps, okay? That came fast. I didn't even have time to get you excited about your last time through. We're already there. Lay down. Go. Reach it. Bring it up. Sit up. Triceps or no. Squeeze those elbows in toward each other. Hold the belly button in tight. Exhale as you come up. You have 10 seconds. Come on. The best you can do for 10 seconds. Less than that now. 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. Take a breather. Let's stretch it out. Woo. All right. So remember, with weight training and resistance work does get your heart rate up. Sometimes you'll feel it more than other times, depending on what kind of moves you do, what kind of add-ons you have, like plyometrics and things like that. But I want you to think every time you do resistance work, especially if you're using heavier weights, think about the effort, the internal effort that is going into each move, and the muscles that all have to work together to make this happen, the bones, the stability, the ligaments, everything that has to work together. And think about that, that effort level that's going into it. Big inhale high, guys. Grab the right wrist, pull it up and over. And up, exhale. So I think this is kind of a funny story. Inhale high, grab your wrist. I mentioned before that we had a stray dog living in our backyard that we found in the park, and some people we know in Canada were going to take him. Left hand to right knee, right hand comes around. So we kept him for 3 weeks, we shaved him, took him to the vet, and then we put him in an airplane, a crate, to Toronto, actually to Buffalo, where he was then driven across the border to Toronto. So a few weeks passed and they've got a trainer coming to help them because he's kind of a wild guy. He was 10 months old and he had no manners. He lived on the streets probably his whole life. Nice straddle here, guys. Walk your hands forward. But he kept getting more and more aggressive. Super sweet dog, but he had this aggressive tendency in him and didn't really know how to behave at all. And they finally decided, the trainers decided, that this dog was not going to be suited for a family life and probably needed to live on a farm in the country where he could be a little bit more free and didn't have to worry about being around children and things like that. So they sent him off to this big dog rescue in Ontario. And that's not like a lie. They really did send him to a farm. But turns out, according to the trainers, they kind of think that he was half German Shepherd, half Coyote. Yeah. So that's what I had in my backyard, potentially, was a dog that was half Coyote. And I was shaving him and feeding him and taking him for a ride in my car. So that's cool. I feel like it's just like exactly the perfect story for my life, that I would be taking care of a coyote and think that he was a dog. I mean, he was definitely a dog, but he might have also been a coyote. Anyway, funny story. I like telling you guys the funny stories of my life. Go ahead, guys. Come to standing, hands to the floor. Take those feet about hip width apart and just hang. Just hang. Get that whole back side of the body lengthened and pulled out. Gravity is doing its job. And then bend those knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Maybe rock it side to side. Come all the way up. Bring the hands around behind you, clasp together. Press down, lift away. You guys did an awesome job. Like I said, this is the only workout I'm doing today. I try to mix it up. I do a weight workout. I do a cardio workout. I'm doing as many weight stays as possible to build that muscle. Keep that metabolism firing at all times. And I love the combination of kind of weights and getting my heart rate up. So we'll do some more of those. You guys have an awesome day. I will see you next time.